Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8. We would like to present about phonemes, phones, and allophones. Our members are Cindona Ompumona, Muhammad Rasyid Rahman, Muhammad Nur Ali Mubarok. Phone. A phone can be defined as a unit sound of a language. It is a unit sound because the whole of phone must be substituted to make different words. Three important points can be illustrated by three phones. First, perceived differences between phones do not depend on actual differences. A sound spectrograph shows clearly the differences between p and p. Objectively, these three phones are easily recognized. Secondly, phoneme boundaries vary between languages. Both Germany and France have distinct p and p phoneme. This is in both languages. There are words whose only difference is the replacement of one of these phonemes by the other. However, the boundary between the allophone of p and those of p is different. In the case of the p phoneme, some German speakers tolerate a longer interval between lip opening and vocal cord vibrations beginning to most French speakers. Thus, some German speakers pronouncing both to them is p appear to French speakers to be pronouncing p. Example: p and p are allophones of the same p phoneme.
The first topic is phonemes. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word that makes a difference in its pronunciation as well as its meanings from another word. Word identification or recognition is the learned process of identifying a cluster of sounds or letters that together from an individual word. In summary, a phoneme is defined as a distinctive unit sound of a language. Unit because the whole of a phoneme must be substituted to make a different word. Distinctive because changing a single phoneme can generate a word which is recognizably different to a speaker of the language. Note that phoneme is a subjective concept, not an objective one. The function of phonemes is: phonemes carry distinct sounds that differentiate one word from another, and for symbol of phonemes is clean line or broad transcription. Then, for example, in English, pen and band. In Indonesian, tanah and panah. Or in Japanese, tutuk and tutuk.
An allophone is a phonemes that share similarities of pronunciations. More technically, allophones are phonemes which share a variety of pronunciations determined by phonetic circumstances such as type of words, morphemes of positions. There are examples of T and some of its variant allophones. The first is th, aspirated as in throw, and t, unaspirated as in water, and t, nasalized as in tin, and twa, labialized as in twice, and h, unrealized as in grid. And all these variants are called the allophones if t. Although they are allophones of the same phonemes, they do not replace each other without sounding awkward. This is why they are said to be mutually exclusive. That is, their distributions are not completely similar in phonetic environments. And then the acoustic of T, like most plosive, involves A, a silent period, and B, the closure points, C, the burst period, and D, another silence. This is the ideal realizations of T, which is not often so in English speech making. And number one is try. Try, because it is at the initial positions begins the word. We are able to have a period of silence and preparation for the closure of the tip of the tongue and alveolar. And number two is cat. T in this word is pressed by a vowel and does not complete with the position of the articulation. Number three is catalog. The T in this word begins with a silence and has an opportunity to close. And number four is catastrophe. If you are able to pronounce Kate correctly, like Kate, which is similar to what a native speaker will probably say. And or you can look the rule in PPT. O, A, atau L after voiceless stop, and B, L atau elsewhere, aspirated as unaspirated and unaspirated T in top and stop, and E and schwa in Indonesian words peta.
That's all our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.